Hi there. This is Jeff Hansen coming to you from Northern California.
This is Arvin Predis from Los Angeles, California.
How are you, Arvin?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm 100% doing good. Absolutely. So together we have more than 40 years full-time real estate experience. Today's topic we're going to talk about, and this one's a spicy one, although not surprising given our last topic, and that was, should you, as a realtor, start your own real estate team? This is a real buzzword or buzz phrase. Should you start your own team?
You know
And
what? I didn't predict that. I thought we were, yeah, you threw me off on that one.
we already did. Should you join a team? All throughout there, should you start a team? It's not as easy as yes or no. I mean, that would be
Mm-hmm.
simple. Um, one piece of background I just want to share before we kind of get into it is in my many years in real estate, probably in the early 2000s, this book written by Gary Keller came out called The Millionaire Real Estate Agent. And I noticed, especially when that came out, a lot of people thought, oh, I have to build a team. Building a team is the thing to do. And it is the right thing for some people. It's not the right thing for everybody, I don't believe. Of course, what a team is could be many things. It could just be you and assistant. It could be you and another agent you're kind of partners with. That's not really a team, but that's more of a partnership. But it could be you and one buyer's agent. It could be you and 30 people, right? What's your first reaction on this
I
topic?
think first we have to establish why would you want to join a team and what's the goal, right?
Build a
What's the
team.
or build team, sorry. What's the goal of building a team? And for a lot of agents that do build teams, it's usually because they have just so much business going on that they need other people to help them with those potential clients, right? And kind of just take them to the next level, not let leads and other clients slip through the cracks. Um, but it is definitely a big decision bringing on another agent that's going to be working with you kind of consistently with people that could potentially be your clients.
Yeah, and it's really almost like the question of should you open your own real estate office? Like maybe, right? Because it's really a small office when you have a team. And you said what you pointed out is kind of the natural situation where someone is working as an agent, they have a level of success where they just have no more time. In the beginning, you have too much time, not enough business. Then you have too much business, not enough time, and you get to that point, and then either you help more people. If you're efficient as you can get, you have to add people to help the existing and clients that you're overwhelmed with. Many agents, though, are not overwhelmed and still think it just sounds good to build a team. Now, one thing I've noticed is the people that have the most successful teams are almost people that really kind of don't like doing real estate. They're people that want to get out of it as quickly as they can. A lot of us get into the business because we like working with buyers and sellers, right? We like the hands-on thing. The most successful teams are people that, as soon as they're able to, don't meet with buyers and sellers anymore and get other people to plug in and do that. Now, that's, in my experience, kind of the rare person that is in our business. There are some of those people, but it's like the person that wants to run a chain of, like Ray Kroc running McDonald's. I don't know that he liked to make hamburgers. I think he liked to create a system, right? He wanted to
Mm-hmm.
run a system. So I'll let you kick in here.
Well, it's funny because I think I've talked to a lot of agents in the past who just like the idea of forming a team. Like to them, it was just so attractive to um like just have other agents working kind of this feeling of working for you, right?
Yeah,
And
right.
even though they didn't have an overwhelming amount of business, even though they weren't closing a ton of business, so that always left me confused as why these people would even think to do that.
Well, I
But
I
yeah.
think part of it is our industry, especially maybe less, but I mean, we tend to highlight these huge teams. You see them interviewed, you see them on stage, see them on YouTube, and you think, oh, I want to be like them, right? I want to be the rock star
Mm-hmm.
like they are. Although in many cases, you don't even know how profitable those teams are, or if they are profitable. You don't know what they really deal with. But I think your example I've seen. Here's the concern I would have: if you're not overwhelmed with business and you like the idea of this, or you like the idea because you think it's going to be an easy way to not work as hard, I would not advise that that's the case. It's not easier. It's learning a whole different skill set because you're succeeding through others. You're managing other people. And a lot of people get into real estate because they don't want to have a boss and they don't want to be a boss, right? That's what's the beauty of it. You're on your own, you do what you want. No, you're not responsible to anybody. When you're running a team, if you're going to be good, you have to, become a good leader and want to excel at leading others, hiring people. Those are all challenging things.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people, I mean, aside from hiring an assistant or a transaction coordinator that works for you and no one else, I guess we go into who you would bring onto your team, which is most likely a buyer's agent, right? Because if you're someone that's trying to form a team, most of those people are usually more want to be seller focused, and they don't want to go out and they don't want to go out showing properties, holding open houses. They want to leverage all that out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so finding someone that is able to do all of that and also have the same kind of working style that you would want out of someone can be kind of difficult too, to find that person, because you don't want all that turnover happening
You don't want the
within your team.
turnover. And I would interject just based on my experience, and I've had a team of agents. I've worked independently. I've managed an office and helped agents build teams and coach agents. Is that the first hire, in my view, probably should be an administrative person, because that will take. If you're looking to take the lowest dollar per hour activities off of your plate, you want to make $200 an hour, so you're going to take the $20 an hour activities off your plate. That's putting a lockbox on, entering in the MLS, giving a DocuSign, whatever. That's what you should take off first. The biggest mistakes I've seen is where people just bring in other agents, but there's no admin to hold it all together and to handle everything. Like a part-time transaction coordinator is not enough. I'm talking about the person that's going to do the marketing, going to handle all the little details of stuff, so you can focus on. So I would say first hire an assistant, because a great executive assistant, you can probably handle quite a bit of business yourself. Once you're maxed out, then bring in sales staff, probably starting with the buyer's agent. Usually you work on the listings first. The most dollar productive activity any agent can do is probably going on listing appointments, seller listing appointments. That's the most leveraged activity, the most dollar per hour, because you get business by having listings. So I would suggest that, but really I would advise, because I've seen so many people try and create a team. It's dysfunctional, doesn't work. I remember an agent who was doing like 7 deals a year and said, "Oh, I need to build a team." I wouldn't want to be discouraging, but I just didn't see what the need for that is. They're not busy enough themselves. Like, they're not meeting their financial goals currently. You don't need more people that don't be, because people, the reason join a team is because you have too many leads. If you don't have too many leads, you don't need a team. That's my view.
Yeah. Yeah, I think people get that kind of like they feel like to that it'll help by bringing more agents on. It'll, I don't know, somehow that means more access to databases and they can all work together. And I don't know the vision behind it either. They just feel like if I accumulate more people and have people join my team, then my reach is going to be like this. I think that's probably what they're thinking.
I think so. And that can be the reason people open up, unproductive, loss producing small real estate offices. I'll have more people and, they'll do more things, but and also we know who's successful. Realtors are attracted to success. If you're having a lot of success, people want to be with you. If you're not going to attract great agents that want to be part of what you're doing, because your goals in your life is not bigger than what they want. You want to be, if you have huge goals and you want to hire people that have huge goals, or why do it, then they have to see that your goals and aspirations are bigger than theirs, and your current reality is beyond their success.
Yeah.
But if that's the case, a team can be a great thing. It's just learning all new skill sets of hiring, manage, and leading people, inspiring people.
It's pretty crazy because KW, having been part of KW before, they really kind of push this idea of you being this kind of owner of your team. You've gone so far as to just leveraging out every part of your business that now you're not even in the business.
Right. Well, and it's kind of like, I've seen people on stage that talk about different things, but almost none of them are actually passive. And I can tell you this, I've owned 3 Keller Williams offices in the past, and even at that scale, it's not a hands-off activity. It's still a hands-on because you guys still got to hire the right manager, and even owning a large office where you have a full-time staff that should handle everything, it's never totally hands-off. So, and if it's totally hands-off, lots of times it's in decline and you don't see it till it's too late. So for the right situation, the other thing I would talk, if you're thinking of building a team, go talk to someone who has a highly successful team that you would want to emulate, not an unsuccessful team, someone who's achieving in the way you would want to, and hang around with them for a day. Even if you have to travel, talk to them about what they do. What's the reality like? What did they learn along the way before you just decide I'm gonna jump into this?
Yeah, that's good. That's super helpful.
And reach out to one of us. We're available as coaches and consultants to guide you in your business.
Definitely, definitely. And one other thing that we can cover later on really is how do you make that first hire? Who you're looking for, that whole process of finding that person that should be taking you to the next level.
That is a good one. How successfully could be, more than a 10-minute video, but we could get into that for sure in the future.
Yep.
I think that's all for now, Arvin.
That's it. Yeah.
Build a team if it's right for you. If not, avoid it at all costs.
Yeah, and we've seen and talked to and have heard speak so many agents across the country who have done so much business with just themselves and maybe one assistant.
One great assistant, maybe one agent, but even just one assistant, you can do that. That's what I've learned I have gray hair because I've learned a lot, is that you can be incredibly productive and incredibly profitable just if you're doing the key things that an agent needs to do.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, make it rain. Have a great day. And we'll see you next time we are live and in person here in the Success Studios. Have a good one.